I want to do a video about self-hate. Cheery topic, I know. But if you're following along, you've seen me talk about it in almost every one of my videos, and I think it might be important to just, put a pin in it so that if you're wondering what the hell I'm talking about, you can come back here and reference this video. So what is self-hate? These are the voices in your head that criticize you and judge you and tell you mean things no matter what you do. If you've survived childhood, somehow you made it out of there through socialization with the idea that you have to work harder, try harder, figure things out, be better, be more, you're never enough, you're always behind, you've got to work harder, you got to be thinner, you got to be prettier, you got to be richer. This is the voice that drives you to figure things out, that's never satisfied, that is always constantly picking something to beat you up. Why? Why do we have this voice? I don't know if it's important. The voice that's making me ask why do we have that voice? That's it. It wants me to get caught in a cycle of trying to fix the self-hating voice. No, not doing that. I think it's just something that comes about through socialization, comes about through living in a world where we see so many other things. We have this comparison impulse. I think it could be due to our brain structure. I think it could be due to the fact that our parents had self-hating voices of their own that somehow and sometimes came out towards us, and their parents had it and their parents had it down the line. The point is, it doesn't really matter. The point is it's there, and the only way to freedom is to become aware of them and then to drop it, to not listen to that voice anymore, to not be interested in that conversation, to disengage with the idea that that voice actually has something to offer you and is actually the reason why anything happens in your life. It's not. You didn't ever hate yourself into doing something good. And how do I know that? I know that because if it worked, if hating yourself into, being the good, right person actually worked, how come it's still operating in your life? How come there's so much dissatisfaction in my life? It never worked. If it did work, it would have worked by now, and I'd be, the happiest person on the face of the earth. But I'm not. I'm way happier now that I know about the self-hating voices, and I know not to listen to them, and I know that by paying attention to them, it just keeps them in existence. But I still have work to do. So, the voices of self-hate, they're just they're a process, not a piece of content. This is an idea of my Zen teacher, Sherry Hubers. Self-hate is just a process. It's something that the brain that happens, and then we get sucked into that process. So what I want to leave you with is start paying attention to those voices. Do you hear them? What are they saying to you? One of the things that you can do is write them down, actually write down what they say to you. And see those words, those things they say as the lies that they are. Right? So one of the self-hating voices I hear, for example, is, what's the point? There's so many people out there who play this instrument way better than I do. What's the frigging point? That's one of my self-hating voices. Okay, so I write it down. Well, is it true? Is it true that just because a whole bunch of people, millions probably, can play this instrument better than I can, there's actually no point in playing it? No, obviously not. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. It's not true. I'm allowed to play the guitar just like everybody else is allowed to play the guitar. I want to play the guitar because it's fun, because of all the reasons that I started playing guitar when I was 11 years old. It's just because it's a fun thing to do. Who cares what other people are doing? It's not about them. It's about me. It's about having fun. It's about music. It's about life. It's about engaging in something that challenges me emotionally, intellectually, spiritually. So that's one example. So writing that voice down, writing that particular self-hating voice, like what's the point, down, allows me to see what a lie it is. And if that voice, what's the point, was supposed to make me a better person, a better guitar player, obviously it never could. It's trying to get me to quit. Quitting is never the answer. Doing whatever the self-hating voices say is never the answer. You're gonna hate yourself into being a good person? I don't think so. So I hope this helps. I hope you get a sense of what I'm talking about when I talk about the self-hating voices. If you want to talk more about it, let me know. Hit me up, send me a DM, put a comment down below. I help people around these topics. This is what I do. Not only am I a singer-songwriter, guitarist, but I'm also a life coach. That's why I'm talking about these things. I love looking at these aspects of like how our mind gets in the way of our heart and doing the things we love. So if you want to talk more about it, get in touch with me somehow. Comment, DM. Love you.